Last week, I got a surprise email from UPS saying that Nikon sent me the Z30. In fact, I didn't know that it was the Z30. I just knew Nikon sent me a box, but I guessed it. It was the Nikon Z30. Back when I did my Z30 announcement video, Nikon was telling me, yeah, we're gonna ship you out a camera. It took a month, all right? But the month is here and it's been awesome using this camera. In fact, I also rented the Z50. There they are, both mirrorless APS-C cameras, one without EVF, one with a vari-angle LCD screen, one with a tilting LCD screen. Which camera is for you? Which camera is great for live streaming? We're gonna talk all about that right now. So 2 years ago, Nikon sent out the Nikon Z50. This is when I just started streaming. I've been streaming with the Nikon D4S, and so Nikon was interested in seeing what I would think about the Z50, especially since I could potentially use this for live streaming, creating content, yada yada. So I did a little vlog video with it. I went out for a sunset. It was really nice with my family. I had a lot of fun. But there was one thing that a lot of people were disappointed with Nikon about, and especially for vloggers who use tripods or selfie sticks, is that when you flip the LCD screen down, it'll get covered by your tripod. And so when Nikon sent this out to me, it came with a SmallRig mounting plate, so you can mount your tripod right here, and then you can freely use your LCD screen while you're vlogging with it, or if you're live streaming and you want to monitor yourself, you can mount your camera here on the Elgato master mount or any other tripod you've got. The big thing about the Z50 is that this camera didn't have any indefinite source of power. And what I mean is, usually cameras, you can look up any DSLR, whether it's Nikon or any other camera brand, and you can find dummy batteries. Basically, they are like battery casings that plug into your camera, and they've got a power cord attached to an AC power supply that plugs into the wall, so that you can indefinitely have your camera on, whether you're doing like an all-night time lapse or if you want to do a long video. And you know, of course, we know that there's time limits on video, stuff like that. But with cameras, you can set, like on my D4S, there's an option that you can set the standby timer to no limit, and then get a capture card to display your back monitor basically, and you've got this video feed. Let's go back to the Z50. There was no dummy battery for it in 2020. There was no dummy battery for it in 2021, I believe, because I just recently discovered in 2022, this year, literally just a couple months ago, that they finally came out with dummy batteries. And when I say they, not Nikon, the third-party people out there, all right? You can go to Amazon and type in dummy battery for the Nikon Z50, and you will probably find the one that I have. I bought it for about 60 bucks. I've been using it. It's awesome. It's legit. It works for the Z50, works for the Z30. All you Nikon Z50 owners, rejoice. Your Z50 is now not just a camera for taking photos. You can live stream with this little beast of a camera. It is amazing. So I rented it for 8 days. I wanted to get reacquainted with it, and I wanted to see what it was like to shoot with it, not just live stream with it. I wanted to see what it felt like shooting, like at weddings or at different portrait sessions, versus the Nikon Z30. Let's talk about the Z30 real quick. When Nikon announced the Z30, I was kind of drooling. I was kind of foaming at the mouth. I thought this camera looked so cool. I loved how compact this was. I've never seen a Nikon mirrorless or DSLR camera without a viewfinder before, so that was very new. And then they brought back the vari-angle LCD screen, which my very first camera, the Nikon D50-100, did have, and I really liked it at the time. So I was really curious to see how I would like this camera, if this camera would be the one that maybe I'd buy eventually for another stream camera, and then I can use it for creating content on YouTube or vlogging and stuff, versus the Nikon Z50. So Nikon happily sent this over. I got it last week and I've been streaming with it. I've been playing with it. I've been taking it out to weddings and photo shoots and things. And I kinda how do I say this? Over the last couple weeks that I've been comparing it with the Z50, let's just say I found that the Z30 at the end of the day isn't quite the camera for me. I don't say this to say that like I can't use this camera, right? I could definitely use this camera. I think it's a phenomenal camera. My wife loved how this camera looks. She loves using this camera. I think it's easy to use. The vari-angle LCD screen is awesome. The compactness of it. I found myself gravitating to the Z50 more. And the reason being, and I think it's just me, probably not for you, probably not for people who are used to doing video a lot and stuff, but for me, the photographer inside here longs for the EVF. I gotta say, as even though, you know, we all had our ill thoughts towards the flip down LCD screen, I much prefer the tilting LCD screen than the vari-angle LCD screen of the Nikon Z30. To be honest, I feel like the LCD screen on the Z30 is kind of a nuisance. It's kind of annoying. You know, again, I shoot with the Z5 full time at weddings and stuff, and I'm constantly using the tilting function. So I found myself all the time trying to tilt the Z30 screen towards me. Just every single time. Every time I'm using it, I'm like, oh, I gotta flip it out, flip it towards me. I mean, right, big deal, whatever. But honestly, I mean, look how much bigger this camera is compared to the Z50. This is it. And I'm shooting with it. I've got it tilted at me. And if I'm using it handheld and I want to do a selfie with my kids, my wife, look how easy that is. I can see myself. I can touch on it really quick. Bam, bam, bam. Another thing about the Z30, they got rid of the lever that's here, like they've got on the Z50. Let me show you that real quick. So you can see there's nothing there. You got this big record button. Here's the Z50. You've got the little lever and the record button. Now, because I shoot full time with the Z5, I'm really used to the record button being up by the shutter. But I find that the lever being right here is very, very, very convenient, switching back and forth between photo and video mode. I really like that. I love the ergonomics of the Z50 so much more than the Z30. You don't have that lever there. It's actually right here above the screen, and you got to flip it. I mean, this is similar to the Z5. Yes, very similar to the Z5. You think I'd be used to it, but when you're looking for one-handed operation, when you're vlogging, when you're creating content, shooting video, switching between video and photos, you've got everything right in this little pocket that you need. Switch between video and photo. You got a record button right there, shutter button, everything right there. And one thing I also appreciate is that you've got the delete button and you've got the play button right next to each other. You got the magnifier, the zoom in, zoom out, display option. All the buttons are right here along this side and along this top portion. I think the ergonomics of the Z50 blow the Z30 out of the water. That's just me. I feel like the Z30, it's meant for people who are going to be doing a lot of video content at home, who don't mind setting their camera up on a tripod, having full use of both hands and things. For me, as a photographer at heart, having all your buttons within your fingers reach without having to stretch super far is important. And I think when it comes down to it, that's one of the big factors as to why I love the Z50 over the Z30. Out of both of these cameras, I liked the Z50 better. But let's talk really quick about live streaming with both of these cameras, okay? So in order to get going with live streaming with both the Nikon Z50 and the Nikon Z30, you're gonna need two things, okay? You're gonna need your power source, and then you're gonna need your video out. Nikon does have their webcam utility, but as you can see, the USB-C option is very laggy. It's very stuttery. It's not buttery smooth like getting a capture card. It doesn't have to be a super expensive one. I bought this one for like 20 bucks on Amazon. Okay, this one, no problem getting video 720 30 or 1080 60. I believe this one's rated for 4K 30. The second thing you're gonna need for these two cameras for your power, this dummy battery. All right, I mean, technically you can use the USB-C option on your camera, plug that into your computer, and you can have an indefinite source of power. You just have to use your camera's battery. All right, your camera will not power on if your battery's not in. Even if you have the USB-C cord connected to your camera and connected to the PC, you need to have the battery in. Okay, so that's what's so awesome about the Z50 and the Z30. All you need is that video out option. If you do want to go with Nikon's webcam utility, you know, it's free. Or you can invest, get 20 bucks, get a little capture card, or invest a little bit more, get the Camlink 4K, make your video look buttery sweet. And then for power options, use either the USB-C power option from Nikon, plug that USB-C cord into your camera, plug it into your PC. If you don't have the option and you'd rather just go with the dummy battery, then I'll put the link below for the one that I have that I got from the Nikon EL25 battery. It's about 60 bucks on Amazon. Definitely worth it, I think, in my opinion. That's how you use these two cameras for live streaming. The 16 to 50 millimeter kit lens, I think, works phenomenal. Obviously, having a lens like this, the 35 1.4, looks way better. But today's the day I do have to return the Z50 back to Lensrental. And speaking of Lensrental, if you want to rent new photo equipment, whether it's a body, lenses, flash, an iPad, an Apple MacBook, Lensrental has you covered. In the link below, I've got a little affiliate link there. When you click it, it does support the channel. You can use that link and then go fill out your cart with all kinds of goodies. In the discount checkout portion, type in TLDA15 for 15% off your entire order. Lensrental, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun using your equipment. Anyway, so I've got the Z30 all the way until the end of September. You know, I'll definitely be making more content with this camera. For the Z50, it's a hooey ho. I'm gonna see this camera again. I gotta go take the Z50 to FedEx now. It's gonna be sad, but I know I'm still gonna have a lot of fun playing with the Z30, using it on stream. By the way, if you've never checked out a live stream, we stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday on Twitch. All right, we have a lot of fun Mondays. We love checking out clickbait photography YouTube videos, pretty awesome. Wednesdays, we do a lot of photo critiques and reviews, just pumping each other up, encouraging each other, checking out how other people edit, all that good stuff. And then Fridays, we just like to have fun. Currently, we're playing through The Quarry, which, I don't know, I just really love scary games. Whoa! Check us out on our live stream. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. If you like this type of content, photography, gaming, tech, all that good stuff, hit that subscribe button. Like this video and let me know in the comments what you think about these two cameras. Are you considering to buy any one of these? I really like them. I think Nikon did a good job with both, and I appreciate both cameras. I like that these cameras scratch an itch, you know, for certain people. For me, the photographer, having used both, made me really appreciate the Z50. And over the last 2 years, this definitely hasn't aged. It feels new still feels current. But we're gonna go say goodbye to it. We're gonna go take it to FedEx. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and hope you tune in for the next one, and I'll catch you later. Cheers.